Hey everybody, welcome to, well, PC Perspective, I guess.
On site.
On site, that's right. PC Perspective on demand. I don't know what really.
Oh no, it's on location.
On location, we'll go with that. So today is the release day, launch day of the GeForce GTX TITAN X, and normally, what we have done in the past is we've had Tom out to our office to do a live stream, talk about the product, go through some presentations,
absolutely,
maybe give away some prizes. We've done that in the past. This time, Tom was going to be occupied because this is the week of GTC, the GPU Technology Conference, and so
hosted by NVIDIA.
Hosted by NVIDIA.
Big NVIDIA
well,
sign.
they can't see that, but they can see the one.
Okay, you can see the one in front. Okay.
So we decided, well, let's see how much we can break if we bring all the cameras and lights and stuff with us here.
What could possibly go wrong?
As it turns out, some stuff. Yeah, Ken's a little bit. We forgot. We needed one extra piece of equipment that we didn't bring with us.
Damn.
And yeah.
Well, you know what? I think it's going great so far.
I think it's going to be fantastic. So
it's real life. Things could go wrong.
They probably will.
Things could go wrong.
We're going to try to get up and be mobile and look at a couple of
demos. We're moving around. We're going to do some live demos. That's always exciting because, odds are things can go wrong.
Wait, they're not going to kick us out, are they, Tom?
No, we're good.
Oh, okay,
we're good. Happy hour.
Nice.
Woo-hoo.
Okay, so let's talk about what happened today. The TITAN X was kind of preview announced at GDC.
We did.
By Jensen at the Epic Games kind of keynote talk. Mm-hmm. So we knew a little bit about it. We knew it was an 8 billion transistor part. We knew it was 12 gigabytes of frame buffer.
Yep.
We didn't know anything else other than that. So now today we have the full release. Reviews are up about an hour and a half ago.
Yep.
Jensen went on stage, talked about the implications, mostly for compute capability, deep learning, not so much for gaming. They didn't really touch on that here because of the audience.
Well, I mean, definitely it's a double-headed, double personality device. Since we're at a GPU technology conference, which is mostly about CUDA and kind of compute applications, Jensen did focus on the deep learning part of the GPU. However, obviously, TITAN X is a great gaming card, and I suspect we're going to see a lot of gamers pretty excited about it.
So let's go over kind of the high-level stuff here. What do you have here for us? Ken, do we have this capability still? Slides, if we wanted to do that?
All right, so slide number 1, which should be a vertical card.
Just a picture.
It's just
we
a
also
picture.
can't see what is being shown on the stream necessarily.
So full disclosure, Ryan, I'm going to be very full in my disclosures. And
please do that.
The first thing is there is no green LED.
I was very disappointed to hear that.
I know.
When I saw those pictures come out after GDC, I thought, oh, cool, they put an LED
Wouldn't that be awesome? The actual thing is
much.
the creative team did that during a photo shoot, and it looks so good. Everybody that's seen this picture says, I love it.
Yeah.
So obviously you can imagine we take that feedback very seriously, and who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? But not right now. And also the Titan does not glow white. You can see from here. It's a beautiful card. It's a silver.
It's a beautiful.
It's a beautiful card. It's black. It's got an awesome cooler. It's the same basic thermal design that we've used since Titan launched. And it's just an awesome design. And
for people that maybe are tuning in and haven't paid attention to the build up to this, we are going to give away a TITAN X today.
We are indeed going to give up a TITAN X.
Somebody who's watching the live stream, if you need to pay attention to the live stream, because we're going to use a secret word that you're going to have to fill
somewhere
out on a form
in the middle
at a secret URL to sign up. And
I love
we'll
it.
Draw at the end of the stream.
I love
let you
it.
know if you want.
So we'll talk about what this is worth a little later.
Okay, sure.
But trust me, you should stay and pay attention.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, slide 2. Slide 2 says what we've built here is the world's fastest GPU. Obviously, it's based on GM200, and it is 3,072 CUDA cores, which is the biggest, highest performance GPU we've ever built.
Yeah.
And it runs at 7 teraflops. Now, we also talked a little bit about double precision here today.
Right.
This is not a double precision card. So if you're a double precision CUDA guy, this would not be for you. You should use Titan Black or Titan Z. This actually has about 0.2 double precision teraflops.
So 200 gigaflops.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is this not? We have seen in the past Titan was kind of like a double precision.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, the way to think about it is that putting the double precision floating point units on the die costs area, and that area could have otherwise been spent on other things. So by making a decision to prioritize single precision performance, which is used in gaming and also a lot of CUDA apps, we can get more single precision performance, higher gaming performance by allowing DP to go be defeatured. Now, the good news is that many CUDA applications are single precision.
Sure.
Things like deep learning.
I'd say
is
probably
a
the
great
vast
example.
majority.
Yeah. Now, there are some that are more double precision, things that have very high dynamic range or double precision, but a lot don't.
Okay. Okay.
So 7 teraflops and 0.2 teraflops of DP.
Okay.
There you go.
Slide 3 here.
Slide 3. So it does have the biggest frame buffer we've ever built on a single GPU. Yeah. It is 12 gigabytes of frame buffer memory. Now, I know your question. It is all in one segment.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. So the frame buffer is 12 gigabytes, single segment, all has the same performance, and it delivers just an incredible memory bandwidth.
Here's my next question.
Yes.
Who needs 12 gigabytes of memory on a video card?
Well, I can tell you one person,
okay.
The guy doing deep learning, because he's doing incredibly large training data sets.
Okay.
And so what happens is you load up these large data sets in large networks, and you keep it in the frame buffer to create sort of this training. If you guys have not watched Jensen's keynote that we did today, definitely tune into it. I don't know if you're going to put a link up somewhere.
Yeah.
But he explains a very good, nice, high-level overview of what deep learning is.
So the next question I have, obviously, is why do you need 12 gigabytes of memory for gaming?
Well, that is a very good question. Right now, the only configurations that I've seen that use more than 4 or 5 gigabytes are if you're doing big surround configurations. So if you're running 4K surround is a great example where you're going to use a lot of memory. And so this is a card that's designed for these extreme environments. So a single display, no, it's not going to get beyond, say, 4 gig. But with multiple displays, you can get right on up there.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, as games get more rich and more complex, frame buffer will continue to be kind of a scarce resource. Yeah. All right. So next slide, Ken. So we also, obviously, when people are buying this card, they're enthusiasts. And enthusiasts love to overclock. So we built the card for overclocking. It uses high-capacity VRMs, which are just the voltage regulators, which means that we can get a little bit more power into the card from the power supply.
Okay.
And we have 10% power headroom. Since all the cards are direct, which means they're made by NVIDIA and sold through partners, we know that all the cards are going to overclock great.
It has a 250-watt TDP.
It does.
So the 10% power headroom means you can kind of go up to 275.
Exactly, 275.
Is there a reason why you limited it that? Why not? Why can't we? Why not go to 300?
Why not go all the way up? Right. Well, the truth is that we have internally a very sensitivity, a lot of sensitivity to acoustic experiences ever since our 480.
Yeah,
so
that was a thing. Yeah,
we kind of went. That was our. I call it our Pentium 4 moment, where we kind of went over the cliff, and you're like, "Oh God, we don't want to do that again."
Do that anymore.
Yeah. So
good thought.
Yeah. So right now we have specs for what is the max acoustic experience that we feel is acceptable to a normal gamer.
Okay.
And so we typically limit our headroom so that when you're running a game at that TDP, the experience is still good.
Okay.
Right? And so that's why you can slide a slider up to 275. The cooler can cool 275. Right. And it's still a great experience. The fan's going to run a little louder because you're going to run a little bit hotter.
Right.
But all of it is still acceptable. If you go up to 300, 320, then things start getting a little bit excessive. And you just got to call an end to the madness at some point. Now, also, the board only has so much power delivery capability because it's a 6 and an 8.
And a 6.
So,
sure.
So you don't want to push things too far beyond its design point.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so let's go on to the next slide, Ken. So it's also silent operation. So some of you guys have complained in the past about inductor buzzing. We had this happen on a couple other cards. We went ahead and invested additional effort and money into doing this molded inductor and polarized capacitor. Now, if you don't know what it is, an inductor is just windings of wire around a kind of an iron core, and it vibrates back and forth when the power supply switches direction. AC current, it means your power supply is switching. And effectively, that can sometimes cause the windings to buzz. So by using sort of a resin and an epoxy, it almost glues that together so that the inductor wires don't bang against each other. And that gets rid of that really high frequency coil whine that you can sometimes see.
Okay, well, that's good.
So it's a nice little addition to the card. And of course, Ken, on the next slide, the big thing people care about is that this is a gaming beast. So it is 2x the performance of our prior generation Titan, and it's 2x the power efficiency. So the way to think about that is we can deliver twice the performance of Kepler. That does include MFAA, by the way. Okay. Twice the performance of Kepler Titan versus Maxwell Titan in the same 250-watt TDP.
So in a similar way, when you guys launched the 980, you talked about performance comparisons. You were comparing the MFA-capable GPU versus a non-MFAA-capable GPU.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we're going to include that. And I think I made a good argument for why we should, because MFAA, in every case that it's enabled, which now is on the vast majority of games, is a better experience than normal AA from our perspective. You get higher performance and the equivalent quality.
Okay.
Now, of course, this means that it's designed for 4K. And you can now run any of the major 4K games. Yeah, next slide, Game Boy. Should I tell you that explicitly?
I got you.
All right, got me, brother. So look at, you can run things like Dying Light, Evolve. That's going to be Shadows of Mordor, Lord of the Fallen, Far Cry 4. All of these games run at 4K with settings cranked up to the max and AA on. You get between 35 and 70 frames per second. And I think your results are going to vary, of course, with your system. But it's a very fair statement that says this bad boy, the Titan X, is designed for high-performance gaming, right?
Yeah. I would look at some of those frame rates, the 40s and 38s. Those aren't still where I would want to game at.
You want to have it a little higher.
So you can adjust image quality settings down, or you could buy more cards, I guess.
You could get a G-Sync monitor.
Or you can get a G-Sync monitor.
Yeah, because actually I've looked at these on 4K G-Sync, and it is awesome. It really is.
That's fair.
So there's this weird trade-off between frame rate and quality. And what I've found is that with G-Sync, I'm willing to tolerate a lower frame rate to get higher quality.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so next slide, Ken. This Titan X does a great job on VXGI. So VXGI is our voxel-based global illumination we launched with Maxwell.
Yeah.
And now we've basically increased our performance versus the relative Titan by another 2x. So it's another way to think about it, okay? Right. And so basically wrapping it all up, we are a 7 teraflop design, so that's single precision floating point. It's a 12 gigabyte frame buffer compared to the original Titan, which was 6.
Yeah.
And we doubled the performance in 250 watts. And that is pretty much the bottom line for Titan.
Maybe the more bottom line is what you guys finally announced the price to, which was something that we didn't even get until basically today.
Yes, the price is $999, so it is a great price for that kind of performance.
It's right. I mean, it's right in line with where the original Titan and Titan Black released at.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
And I think maybe this was done on purpose. I'm not going to make any claims, but when the rumors are floating around of it being $12.99 or $13.99, and suddenly it comes out at
I saw 3,000.
3,000?
Yeah, I saw 3,000.
Well, that's incorrect.
It was totally ungrounded. Right. It comes out at $999, and I think people are expecting that price. It's a fair price for value.
Yeah. So let's talk about performance. So in our review, we found it to be, apples to apples to the 980, anywhere from 30 to 35% faster than the GTX 980 at 25 by 14 and 4K.
Okay, same settings, basically.
Yeah. And then it was about 45 to 50% faster than the Radeon R9 290X.
Oh, okay.
Which is their AMD's highest end single GPU graphics card. Now, of course, there's the other card out there, the 295X2, which is a dual GPU card, and it is faster than this. Why not go with what you did with Titan Z and kind of
just
do
double
a
it
dual
Well,
card
at the end of the day, the experience that we deliver with Titan X, I think most people would say is far, far better than the experience with 290X. I'm sorry, 295X2.
There you go.
Right, and the reason is, of course, that you need a crossfire profile. It's a water-cooled device, and there's definite issues that most people will report on. So if you're looking at average frame rate, 295X2 may be close, but in real delivered experience, it's really not close.
All right, I'm going to give the URL that people can go to fill out the form to win their own GeForce GTX
Titan X.
That's a lot of X's.
It's Titan X, GTX Titan X, yes.
Now that we can say it is a $1,000 graphics card that we're giving away today.
$1,000.
Well, no, you're supposed to say $999.
$999.
So if you go to PCPer.com/Secret Titan X is the URL. PCPer.com/Secret Titan X. All we have a form is your name, email, and secret word, which we have not given you the secret word yet.
Let's not do it yet.
You got to wait a little bit. You got to watch a little bit.
We're going to do the demos.
We're going to do the demos. We're going to try to go forward to the demos. There's a couple other questions I have on the product.
Sure.
No backplate.
No backplate.
There's no backplate on it.
Yeah, there is no backplate.
Why is that?
Well, here's the thing. We want to have a backplate on this, and we would have a backplate on it because backplates look better than chips. But the truth is, Titan X is a 250-watt card. And when you stack 3 of them next to each other, the GPU relies on...
You have a lot of money. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you do have a lot of money. But imagine there's another GPU stacked right next to this.
Sure.
The backplate actually fills the gap between the two GPUs.
Correct.
And no matter how much of a gap we pull out, that there's a little removable plate, that plate was not big enough to allow Titan X's to run unfettered. So the backplate actually would cause thermal problems when we're running 3-way.
Right.
So we wouldn't want to sacrifice real performance for looks. So we made a hard decision that said, all right, we're going to take the backplate and we're not going to use it on Titan X because we want to deliver the best real experience. And we're
so
looking
the
for
thing
ways,
you did on the 980 with the removable plate, not enough?
Not enough. Not
Okay.
enough. I mean, what we really want to do on Titan X is remove the plate on the entire rear of the board
Gotcha.
to allow this intake to be unblocked. And the truth is that that's not the way we designed the original plate.
Right.
So we could not get that into this particular SKU. Although in the future we love the backplate look. We like what it does for customers. So we're definitely interested in doing backplates.
Right. So still got the same. This all lights up at the top. The GeForce
Absolutely.
GTX logo, even if there's no light in the inside on the fan.
Even
you
though
still
there's
have
no
the-
light here and there's no
Right.
light here, this is still lit. And
Still supports 2-way, 3-way, and 4-way.
2-way, 3-way,
SLI?
4-way, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. So this is going to be crushing all the three, the benchmarks. So
Right.
I suspect we're going to see Titan X benchmarks showing up here really quickly.
Well, there's probably already some out there.
I bet there
We'll
are.
be out there.
I don't know about 4-way. Hey, did anybody do SLI review? Did you see
I don't
that?
think so.
I didn't see any.
I didn't
yet.
see any
Yeah,
yet.
interesting.
I'll just
Okay.
take that one with me, and then it'll be fine.
Well, we'll see what can happen.
Let's see what else cropped up here. So we've already talked about the compute side of it. We talked about the pricing side of it. Availability, I think it's actually selling today.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be
I think
selling
it's on
today.
NVIDIA.com today, and partners are going to be very soon. So,
Okay.
It's going to be available from all of our partners. I'm sure they are busily getting their websites up, and I expect them to be, days.
Okay. All right. We're going to try to do this demo thing here.
Oh my God!
So here's what we're going to do.
Let's do it.
Let's hope everything doesn't break on us. We're going to take these microphones with us. We're going to move over to a different location, and Ken's going to do some
Magic.
cable swap.
Magic. Here we go. All right, we're going to start over here.
And we're walking, and
we're walking. And we're walking. Okay.
So Ken's going to run over here and make sure we're framed up and everything correctly.
Okay. And then we're going to have to wait for this to cycle because once it starts, there's no restarting.
Well, I mean, we can watch it right
Well,
now.
we
I mean,
can.
it's on. It's streaming.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we can tell you what we're looking at. So this is the first demo we want to show you. It's actually running a Titan X in here. So
One single
it's
Titan
a single
X.
Titan X. And this is a demo called Kite that Epic developed. It's running on Unreal Engine 4, and it's actually simulating a massive environment, one single massive environment. It's 10 miles square, so it's 100 square miles.
Okay.
And it uses procedurally placed vegetation. So all the individual elements you're looking at are geometry. It's not actually like a big texture.
It's not a pre-rendered. It's not.
No. And so if you look at this geometry down there, they're all waving in the wind and all the leaves are moving. You can zoom in anywhere and it all has the same level of detail. So what this is a look ahead at what open world gaming can look like. You're going to basically have no level changes. You don't like walk up to a dungeon and go to a level change.
Right.
The models can now be resident gigantically all at the same time.
So this is interactive. It's running in kind of a loop right
Yes.
now, but this is a world that you could interact with.
Yes, it's definitely. I've interacted with it for weeks. So it actually, it's got a mode to walk through, and then it's got a mode to fly through. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty
Okay.
exciting. I don't know what demos. I don't know what Epic's plans are for posting the demo, but it is.
I don't know if
it
the
is pretty
demos out
close.
there. We have if because you people are watching on the stream, you're not going to get the best quality of it.
Right.
But you can go to if you go to youtube.com/PCPer. We actually have this video on our channel.
Oh, you do? Fantastic.
Yeah, we got it at GDC. They gave me a USB key with it and said, "Here,
Oh,
go
very
and upload."
cool. Very cool.
And it's actually a really cool, like little short story, like you would see at the
Yeah.
beginning of a Pixar movie type
Yes.
thing.
The guy that actually did this demo is also somewhat famous. He did bullet time for The Matrix.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so there's a vision that comes from that guy, from these guys, is that sooner or later the quality of rendered graphics gets so good that you can tell stories with it.
Right.
And once you're telling stories that look as good as movies, well, you know what? Movies are just stories that are rendered in 3D offline. So who knows where we end? We're in actually like rendered. That's actually free fly
That was the
mode.
free
Yeah,
fly
free
mode.
So
Okay, so
I
it's
think
kind of
just gonna
looping back here.
I think so. It might just actually come to so now it's actually just going through its world in rendered in real time.
So all this is all running on one GPU. What other kind of like metrics do you have? Anything on, I don't know, triangle counts or anything?
I have one metric. Hold on.
Go ahead. You can sneak. I'll let you go over there.
All right, I
to
got a
your
metric. Hold
cheat
on.
sheet.
I'm going to my
and
cheat
log in
sheet.
real quick.
I
Ken,
do
are we good
have-
on the second demo too?
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on.
Kind of. So I'm gonna push these buttons. Hope nobody gets me in trouble. Let's see.
Okay, my cheat sheet.
Okay, I'm in the interactive part. Nobody pay attention to me.
We're not supposed to interact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to loop you again. But it is cool. It is cool. I think you can actually do this too. So just for kicks, you can actually look at different scenes.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
You're blocking it from the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry, blocking the camera. So it's a beautiful little water scene. And so effectively the whole demo, you can fly through and go to different parts. You're in copter
You're
mode.
in copter,
Yeah, but all right. So let's come back. So the stats, there are, it's 100% real time. It's 100 square miles.
Yeah.
It's running at 30 FPS on Titan X, and it is 100. It has 15 million pieces of vegetation.
15 million pieces of vegetation.
15 million pieces of vegetation.
It's cool.
It's very cool.
I've seen this demo several times, and
Yeah?
it's still impressive.
It's still
looking,
exciting.
so.
It's very exciting. Okay, why don't we? Are we
ready to walk over our second one?
We're going over the second
one. Migrate
one.
over to our second demo.
Here we go.
Here.
And I think Ken's doing a great job. We have no idea if any of it's working.
Oh no, it's fine. It's great.
It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to open up a demo here that is actually developed by NVIDIA.
Okay.
It's a very exciting demo. You can see it's a balloon. And
That's amazing. Look
isn't
how
it
well
amazing?
That's rendered. It's got a light.
Yeah, see the little
spot in it?
bloom
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
And it's on a nice light blue background. So I actually find this balloon amazing. Let me do this over here real quick. Okay, so no more sound. So in this balloon, it's actually demoing something called Flex.
Okay.
And Flex is a collection of sort of software that NVIDIA does and SDKs that we do to do a better job of physics. Now, in this particular demo, we're going to show a bullet shot by a gun, piercing the balloon, and that's kind of a normal, like the guys with the super high speed cameras, slow motion video. Okay,
yeah.
So here we go, and we're going to start the bullet. Okay, let me do that one more time. We're going to start the bullet. Only this time, I am going to do it with a slow motion kick. Okay, here comes slow motion. Start the bullet.
Watching.
Pierce, and now we're into super slow motion. Okay, and the bullet is continuing off the screen, but this is actually all simulated particles, right? It's physics, and if I rotate around, you can kind of see that the balloon cover is sort of breaking up and the water is spinning out. Imagine that this is like a headshot in a first-person shooter.
I don't know if I really want to imagine that.
You ping the guy, and you get this like vortex through his head, like the Terminator guy.
I can think of quite a few games that would take advantage of this.
Oh my God, it's crazy, and it's all physically accurate, right? We're actually modeling the rubber and the tensile strength of the rubber. Where the reflections are all working. The water is all stuck together. It's actually one of the best simulations of water we've ever done. So you can kind of speed it back up.
Do you know like particle counts or anything like that?
I do. Hold on.
We're going to do the sneak peek cheating yet again.
Okay.
It looks good. Plus, you've got a great soundtrack to go with this.
Yes,
too.
and hit X and you can slow it down. All right. So there are 370,000 simulated particles.
Okay.
So 370,000 particles that gives us a beautiful water effect. And I think I can pause it here, and you can kind of spin around it. Let me come over here. So I'm gonna hold on to this for a sec.
Yeah, sure. Move out of the way a little bit. There you go.
So we're just gonna
I don't think they can see anything. Come over here on this side.
Okay, come over here.
There you go.
Okay, so give me a mic. So it kind of has squid-like behavior to it. You can see,
Sure.
You can see the tunnel that was created by the water, the bullet coming in, kind of stretching out this balloon.
Right.
It's super exciting. It's just an example of how, we invest in game technologies, GameWorks,
right.
And we develop references like this balloon demo, and then we give all that stuff to game developers so that game quality can improve. And as game quality
is this a part
improves,
of GameWorks?
yeah.
Flex is
Oh yeah, Flex is part of GameWorks. Yeah, and think of it as it's all intended to push the quality of games up.
Okay.
Now let me show you one more demo, which I think is super exciting. It's a cloth demo, and what we're doing in this demo is it's a beautiful white screen.
It is. Yeah, it looks great.
So we are simulating a white screen, but it turns out that there's more than a white screen. There's a girl in a dress without the girl.
Well, she's invisible.
Okay, so hold on to this.
You so far. Okay.
Keep talking. So it's a girl in a dress, and we're going to rotate it around so that you can kind of see it. Now, there's a lot going on here, and I want to kind of explain it a little bit. So what you see is it's a very hard cloth demo, because you're looking at cloth that is actually interacting with cloth.
Okay.
Right? So you see multiple layers. There's 3 layers of cloth, and all of those are interacting to give you a realistic experience for layered cloth. That is incredibly
Now she's kicking
hard.
her invisible legs up.
Yeah, well, she's doing a catwalk thing, right? Kind of doing the catwalk. So this is another example. This is actually running on a 3-way Titan X system with a fancy bridge.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're getting incredible performance, and it's just a look forward.
You know
right?
what? We need a secret word.
Holy cow.
So I'm thinking maybe dress is the secret word.
Ooh. You know, we can make it more complicated. Say red dress, but we don't know. Would that be 1 word or 2 words?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I have to manually verify that it's the correct word anyway.
So let's say dress.
So if you go to PCPer.com/secret Titan X, fill out that form, name, email address. What secret word is now dress or red dress or
Let's
whatever.
just say dress.
Dress.
Make it dress.
All right, you need to go to the website now.
Yes.
Fill that form out.
Yes.
Because in just a handful of minutes, we're going to pick our winner.
Yeah, and now the cool thing is, if you're watching this video on YouTube, what do they get? Nothing?
You get nothing.
You get nothing.
The benefit of watching this video.
The knowledge. And you get to see the girl in the red dress.
The invisible girl.
Yeah.
Are we okay to go back to the... We're going to go
All right,
back.
we're going back. All right,
we're gonna go back
thanks.
to
Here we go.
Station over here. And we'll sit back down here and finish up.
All right.
Talk about our
Summarize
giveaway.
that. Any questions? Do some giveaways, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Well, don't say some giveaways because then they're going to
Giveaway
ask you for multiple...
A giveaway. Do a giveaway.
So, let's see what results we have on our giveaway. So, when are you guys going to come out with the 980 Ti now?
Oh, that is an excellent question. You know, my policy on pre-announcing and pre-launching products, I often do it, and much to the despise of my bosses. But no, of course, I'm not going to comment on any other products other than to say this is a GM200. It is our full version of GM200.
Okay.
So it is as good as we're going to get on GM200 unless we find magic ways to improve the clocks. So right now,
hey,
this is all we got.
You know what's amazing?
What's
What's amazing is that the website crashed because 2,000, 4,000 people all tried to go fill out a form
at the same time.
So,
oh my God.
So
this is awesome.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to not announce the winner on the stream.
Because?
I'll do it a little bit later today during... just throughout the day. We'll check it again. So I'll give you several hours to go through. Go to PCPer.com/secret Titan X.
Okay.
Secret word dress.
Secret word is dress, and the website again.
PCPer.com/secret Titan X. All one word, all lowercase.
Secret Titan X.
Yeah, because I can see now that
a spike of traffic.
The spike of traffic. It'll recover here in just a couple of minutes. But so if you're in the chat,
miss it. And there's no order, right? It's not who's first in.
No, it doesn't matter if you were first in.
And what time are you going to cut it off?
We'll say, let's see, what time is it now? It's almost 2:00 Pacific time. We'll give it till 4:00.
Okay, so you got 2 hours.
You got 2 hours. Just
set
set a
you're
reminder.
You're not going to post the video before then.
No,
right?
No. Yeah, it's not going to be on YouTube before that.
Yeah, so you need to
only
see
the live
stream.
viewers.
Yeah, so don't tell your friends because that would be more entries.
Right.
Right now, is there a rule about how many times a single person can enter?
The website will handle that. It's only one per person.
Good.
It's kind of IP.
So don't be trying to do it twice. So what are the questions you got about
I did the
Titan
980 Ti. You said no, nothing there.
Well, I said that we're not going to make any announcements about GPUs.
Still going with the same display configuration output, DVI, 3 display port, and HDMI.
You know, I never did find out the answer. Last time I did this, why is it that one?
Yeah.
And I think I'm sticking with my answer, which was that's where it is. Right? It was actually that's just how it turned out. There's no rationale.
Okay, sure.
I think that's pretty true.
Dive with that.
I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Let's see. What else do I have here? I do want to thank Asus for lending us the laptop that we were able to use. We didn't have any kind of mobile streaming capability.
Shouts out to
And
Asus.
the blue screen we had was not the laptop's fault. It was definitely one of the capture devices driver that crashed it. But Asus lent us. This is a beast of a machine. It's got a 980M in it.
Oh, really? So that just came out then, right?
Yeah, it just came out.
Oh, beautiful. What is it? It's an ROG laptop?
Yeah, it's an ROG. Yeah. I think it's a 751J.
Nice. Yeah, I like their stuff.
751J. It's got a 980M, so perfect. It had Thunderbolt and it had USB 3, which we needed to do all
very
the
cool.
capture stuff.
Very cool.
Shout out to Asus for that. I think that's all I got.
How about thanks to Ryan Shroud for coming here?
I want to thank
Ken
and
thanks for Ken
for struggling through getting all of that set up.
And he got on a plane. And you were in the middle seat. Were you in the middle seat in the back? What?
Yeah, middle seat in the back. What's that? Yeah, we didn't decide he was going to come until Saturday.
That's right.
Or Sunday.
We were not sure we were going to do a live stream.
We didn't know. Yeah. So now we have this experience under our belt. We know what to expect.
We are going to be even better next time we're on site.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll see you out at the offices in Florence in the not too distant future.
I would love to come out. You know, it's always great to see you guys. And I love Kentucky. I love Cincinnati. And shout out to the entire state of Kentucky and Ohio.
Everybody that's watching is not in Kentucky.
Yeah, I don't know where you guys are. Shout out to everybody that's watching in California. Woo.
So make sure you go to PCPer.com, read our Titan X review. We have a video review up there.
What was your bottom line?
The bottom line is
not that bad.
It got a gold award.
Oh, nice.
Not many people want to buy $1,000 video card.
Right. It's a small market.
It is a small market, but for that market,
yeah,
it is a fantastic card.
It is.
And it's
it's our love song.
It's what's interesting is that, so I'll say this, it's a 250 watt TDP. Our measurement saw it at about 240. The 290X was closer to 300, 290, 300, and the 295X2 was about 480. Right? So even though it's 50% faster than a 290X, but it's using less power than a 290X at the same time.
It's a little crazy.
Yeah, so it's a good card for that reason and some others as well. Like it's just it performs really well, but it's got a high price tag. So you got to balance what that is for you. It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
Get one of your new systems, by the way, to test
the dev box.
Yeah, we want a dev box.
You guys,
how many of those?
So it has 4 Titan X's in it.
Okay.
And it actually runs air-cooled 4 Titan X's. It's an actually really cool box. If you haven't seen it, you ought to do a little thing on it.
I think we should.
But Ryan's referring to a system that we announced here at GTC, and it's for development, really for developers only. You got to register on our website, and it has 4 Titan X's in it, and it's air-cooled, designed for deep learning. It comes with a full deep learning stack that we announced here called Digits, and go ahead and Google it online if you want. It's called Digits Dev Box, and you'll come to a landing page that will have some data on the new box.
It's pretty cool. It was an impressive looking system. You get 4 Titan X's in a box. It really doesn't matter
what
the rest
of
it looks
good.
like.
Yeah. But it does. It's a really, really clean build. It uses a Corsair chassis. So if I don't, if I haven't done so already, I want to say thank you to Andy at Corsair for helping us with that chassis. It's been very, very helpful. And we're looking forward to where we go next.
Cool. All right. Last reminder: PCPer.com/secret Titan X is the URL. Keyword, secret word, dress. And you'll enter for your chance to win a free GeForce GTX TITAN X.
A TITAN X.
So make sure stop by PCPer.com, check out all their content.
Hey, and if you're in San Jose, come by GTC, right?
Yeah, I think you can do that.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't run the show.
Yeah,
cool.
Come on.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, good to see you, brother.
Thanks, guys.